What we got here, there's practically flash flood like weather, raining like heck. It's forecast for next 6 days or so. I think Sunday is forecast for clear in the morning. But yeah, there's a little stream running down there. It's all wet. I wanted to go over there, right around the corner over there is where the observatory is. And then I'm going to go do a video up there too. I'll do a live video from up there when there's no lightning. I'm not going up there when there's lightning. Right, Togo? You gonna bark? You gonna bark, Togo? What you doing up there, huh? Yeah, you can probably hear the rain pounding on the roof. Parrots, they try and mess with their cage all day long. Yeah, it's pounding rain. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at this little stream going by here, and it gets bigger going down there. Oh, there's stuff floating on it. But, yeah, it ain't gonna flood here. There ain't gonna be no lake here. Yeah, just when you're all ready to go out and do some exploring, the storm comes along. But you see, there's some blue sky back there. Way back there, there's some blue sky. But it's been raining here for 45 minutes or so. I'm trying to zoom out. And when it's cloudy like this, I got to run my generator because I run on solar power, and I'm not getting the sunshine, that's for sure. So my batteries are gonna. There's a big electrical connection with the Earth and the sun right now because of all the planet alignments and all that. Boom! There's some lightning, thunder. But I'm just staying inside. My little stream is getting more wild here, man. Drip, drip, drip. Yeah, it's bad. I think it's all Colorado. The fire ban is lifted. You can have a campfire now. Yeah, rain good and yeah, Jacksonville. Good tsunami would clean Jacksonville up. Yeah, water running and oh, did that one was that in the picture? There's some real lightning over there. That's why I got all my windows up. I was at a friend's house one day. His window was open, and the lightning came in through the screen and went right into his TV set. So, see if we get another lightning out there. Bill, in his ark. Yeah, I got two animals. I got a dog and a bird. They're all married. Did you get that one, huh? That was cool. That's why I'm not outside exploring. And you can see to the east, though, that's looking east. And so you see the clear sky. And this storm is just, there's probably another 5 miles of storm to come across me before it stops. You should get another lightning here soon. I had to do that weather update, and with all my pictures I take, I found one of my pictures, and I go, that looks familiar. That looks really familiar. So is Jack, huh? Oh, buddy. Mm-hmm. Good boy. He's a good boy. Togo's jealous. Huh, Togo? You gonna bark? You see yourself? There you go. You gonna bark? Bark, Togo. Good bird. He barks on command. Jack wants to go outside. He's nuts. He ain't going outside. Oh, gosh. So, one thing, it's important update. My photos, and, I'll take the picture and put it in the art program, so the art program will paint out the erosion and stuff, right? And, Forrest Fenn has the chapters looking for Lewis and Clark. Okay, Lewis and Clark, right? Where is this Lewis and Clark? Dang it, it's off the screen. Okay, escape. Boom. There's the whole thing. See? It's the same two dudes. And look at the arm pointing, and there's even a hand in this white stuff. But are you looking for Lewis and Clark? There's looking for Lewis and Clark. I found Lewis and Clark. I found the Buffalo car. I found Skippy's helicopter. I found the other Vietnam helicopters. I found this pile of wrecked airplanes. I found Lewis and Clark. I found Moses. The only omnipotent guru is supposed to be able to find Moses, and I found Moses, and I found the double blazes. I found the Bessie and the cow, and I've got all 52 cards. I got the whole deck. Nobody else can win because I got the whole deck already. I do have to go through my pictures and figure out where the hell did I get the picture of Lewis and Clark, because I got to figure out where I took the picture of these two. That's Lewis and Clark. Look at that, man. This is two figures here, and an arm coming out here and point. There they are. There's Lewis and Clark. And this white figure down here, that's a head. That's eyeballs looking up. That's somebody's. It's a tomb. It's all tombs up there, Yeah, I know that there's 52 different symbols that say it's here. He's playing with a full deck. 52 blazes, basically. This is one of the blazes. Which blaze is the blaze? Let's see, there's a woman in the second. I think that was a woman there, and I don't know, but it's the same arm pointing out. It looks like the Lewis and Clark picture. Boom. And the text here, where the text is, I use Forrest Fenn's belt buckle for the. It's just multiply. I took a square shot of it, and then it just repeats the pattern of the belt buckle inside over and over inside the text. Like I can do rainbows in there and other things, and I can create all kinds of stuff. I create Lewis. Look, there's Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark. He has a chapter looking for Lewis and Clark. There they are. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, I see the elephant now here. This elephant head, this grayish thing, this eye. They were mammoth huggers, but that's the Lewis and Clark image. That just blows me away. I need to find who needs to find mind altering. Yeah, they're laying around on the ground there, but I ain't eating them mushrooms. I take nice pictures of them and make art out of them. But yeah, it's found Lewis and Clark. And one other thing, since the earlier video today, because I know I'm on twice today here, right? But whoop, there it is. Forest in. I mentioned I was talking about this the second to the last paragraph in Flywater, and the way his stories occupy. He says he says in the book that book occupies, but replace the book. That book, a book is his stories, right? So his stories occupy a different or a substitute, like his father says, find a substitute place closer to Santa Fe. Or I inserted the Santa Fe, okay? To my view, for it holds some memories most dear and makes me know that moments such as these are fleet of foot indeed, and calls to make them all the more reason to go visit the place, because the fleet is his memories, a fleet of memories that he can walk through there. A fleet of foot, is his memories, and they're closer to home because been living in Santa Fe since the 70s, and anybody else has left, grew up somewhere and went there when they were a kid, and I mean, I don't go back to the place where we went rafting on the rivers in California, where we went inner tubing and all that. Not too often. Pretty much those creeks have dried up. Anyhow, but yeah, it's in where things his father says. Listen to his father. He had to listen to his father, so you got to too. What his father had to say, quotes in the book, the very beginnings and very ends of chapters. The beginnings and ends are the beginnings and the ends of the Omegas. And the beginnings, his childhood's important, and so is the end of his life important. And this is a place where all his memories are there on the canyon wall. We got Lewis and Clark, and the helicopter, the Buffalo Cowboys car, the Rockwell boy, the Biddy's boy, the gypsies, the teachers with ropes, and the fen with the fish and the two fish hooks, and the hand holding the bell for whom the bell tolls, and all of his stories are there in nature. Throw in what do you believe? What do we live for if not to make life less difficult for each other? Yeah, well, I mean, the thing has you going deep in your imagination to see the stuff on the rocks that I have, and imagination's more important than knowledge, and that's pretty good knowledge right there. That his stories occupy a different, or that book. He's talking about the book Flywater, but the book is books are stories. So replace book with stories, and you can kind of come up with my stories occupy a different place closer to my view, for it holds some memories most dear and makes me know that moments such as these are fleet of foot indeed and calls to make them all the more. That's right out of his book, you know. He's telling you what the area is like where the treasure is. It's closer to his view. He doesn't have to drive all the way up to Montana to see the Buffalo Cowboy car because it's down here in Colorado. You know, closer to his view doesn't mean it's in Santa Fe. You know, he says more than 8.5 miles north of Santa Fe. There's some cream soda. Uh, yeah, I think I got some fucking dirt lodged in my throat. You know? My sinuses are bad and they drain in my throat, and it makes my throat bad. So, yeah, I'm on the spot. I don't know if I have to find more of his art or find the treasure, but now I got to find where did I get that picture of Lewis and Clark? I think it was. I look at see. I go by the date that I did because they were recent, and then I can look into pictures that pictures of that date, and I can find the exact time the picture, and I'll know by where I was on that day and that time by the other pictures in that roll that are next to it and before, after it, and all. And I'll bet that Lewis and Clark are right in the area I've been looking, and I've been checking for the Pie Lady, and the Pie Lady can be any beautiful woman tomb, because these are ancient tombs and there are thousands of them, but you got to be in the hallway. The final stretch, the hallway is the final stretch. Where I found the bell is at the end of the hallway, and I got the schoolhouse with the fire escape, and the you got to use your imagination to form these memories in nature, to see the memories in nature, and why he would go. And there's so much of this carving. You expect to find more artifacts on the ground, but they're very hard to find. Um, but there's probably a lot that are just laying there and so deteriorated you can't tell what they are anymore. You know, um, let me take a picture of it. What? The rain has lightened up. Oh, I hear thunder still, but I could probably open my window soon because it's 80 degrees inside and it's 58 outside now. And last night at 2 a.m., it was 70 degrees outside at 2 a.m. And it was like 60 at 4 p.m. It's just weird weather. I guess that hot air blows up at night out of Arizona or something. Or the storm blew that warm air ahead of it from there up here. I wouldn't want to live in the desert in the summer, not without some underground air conditioning. So you want to see anybody want to see Lewis and Clark again? There we get Lewis and Clark on the screen again. When I better plug in the power. So inside, the phone is gonna burn my hand. Jeez. There's Lewis and Clark. Who's going to tell me that isn't Lewis and Clark in my picture on the right? Hey, I mean, if you're going to find it in nature, that's as close as you can get. I got them. I got the Biddy's boy. I got the Rockwell boy. Got the helicopter. His helicopter is Skippy's contraption helicopter. The Buffalo Cowboy car and the Fenn's totem and the elephants of Moses and all of that. You got RT. The creeks tell the story. You have Spanish Creek, Porcupine Creek, Cimarron Creek. None of those creeks are near here. Yeah, if you're looking for Lewis and Clark, they're in Colorado. This is Lewis and Clark in Colorado here. What's that, Lewis? And that's Clark? And who's under this is Sacagawea underneath the hood there. So looking for Lewis and Clark. Somebody show me another one. Show me another one. Show me something that represents Lewis and Clark more than this represents Lewis and Clark. Yeah, well, yeah. This Omegas are the mammoths too. There's multiple connections to Omegas and stuff. But my Lewis and Clark on the right. You can't deny that that's the general shape in the same damn picture. I mean, if you deny it, then please admit you're stupid too. You know. So you either got to agree or you're gonna have to call yourself a dumbass. Basically. Nobody else can show me anything that nobody else, any of my images, you know, the Buffalo Cowboy car with the 50 caliber hole to the nose, all of these things are in this same, it's all in my same search area. It covers a few miles. And I got too many matches. Oop. More people in there. See, there's somebody there too. Who's that? But that's the Lewis and Clark pointing there. So, yeah, I just, all I want to see, before you can tell me I'm full of shit, you have to show me what you have found that says that you're in the right area. Sacagawea. I think this is a Sacagawea. That's Sacagawea. We were know what Lewis and Clark were doing. They were putting that in their peace pipe. And I paid tax on that. Good one. He's on my bed. I guarantee he's on the bed. Yep. He just come hopping down. As soon as I get up to look, I better move. He's okay because he wasn't all wet. I don't let him. I close the bedroom door if he's all wet. I close the door so he can't get on the bed. Sacagawea. Yeah. Sacagawana. That's what that is, Sacagawea. You want a Sacagawea? You like my shirt? It's from the Arctic bar. That's two polar bears doing the nasty. It's a bar in Ketchikan, Alaska. I spent about a month up there installing kitchen equipment and stuff at a Navy submarine testing facility up there, and I can find those pictures fairly easy to tell a little of that story. Oh, Alaska. Whoop. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. I needed to open it with the other thing. Oh. It all of a sudden became my default program. Open with. Why does open with only show one program to open it with anymore? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Browse. It's not so bad. I want to open it with just the regular Windows. It was opening it with Windows, slideshow, Windows Gallery, and now all of a sudden it will only open with Paint Shop Pro. I was like, you stupid thing. No. Okay. That's terrible. Oh, maybe it's a PSP thing. That's why. Okay. So, yeah, I went to Alaska, and they had me in some, one of them weekly stay econo lodge. That's where they had me. And while I was out having drinks one night there, I met a guy who had his bed and breakfast, and this is the view from the bed and breakfast of the downtown Ketchikan, and there's like 3 bars on each side of each block, basically, and over here on the ocean is where the cruise ships park over here. I have some other pictures of that, and yeah, there's a bed and breakfast straight over the. See, the road goes straight underneath. There's a tunnel underneath this house I was in. And I had a bed and breakfast. It was a 3-story house, and the bed and breakfast was the top floor. Yeah. See, the Ketchikan Fire Department. There was a bird with an umbrella because they get 365 inches of rain a year. And this is some totem poles up there in Ketchikan. See, these ones got eagles on them, and there's an old Chevy or old taxi cab there. It's a waterfall. The road's only like 40 miles. You're going to go 40 miles of road, There's with the cruise ships there. See, they all cruise. This one's coming in to dock up in front of that one. It's probably got tugboats around it. But yeah, they were building this building here, so now there's a building there. But these pictures are from '91. So, yeah, that's all I got to Ketchikan. Where else do you want to see? Went to the Yucatan. It's 1995 in Tulum. And I did some Photoshop on the picture. I erased the chain and the sign that said keep off, I took the chain and the sign out. But, yeah, these are ancient ruins down in Tulum, Mexico. And I can you see the hieroglyphs? Yeah, yeah. See, it's the same type of thing, and this stuff is newer than my stuff. So made some little, yeah, my shirt. That's the way. I like it. As some dogs, one middle one's getting. So yeah, stay in this was $10 a night to stay in this cabana on the beach. The moon landing, yeah. I'm not. I'm not going there, Bruce. I mean, that's not what this is about. This is where I stay. There we go. There's your moon landing, Bruce. There I am on Mars. There's Tulum. This is the view out my door where I was staying. That's where I stayed there for it was 5 days or something, and go swimming out here, and there are naked girls on the beach, and there's many naked people on the beach. But that's the ruins in Tulum, Mexico. See, there's people walking all over, and they're giant iguanas. And where's the iguana? And so the beach I was so this is from the Tulum, and I was on the next beach around that rock there. Ceremonial tower. What where they throw the Muslims off? That's where you walk into Tulum. You walk through this doorway, and there's the ruins are there in the background. So this is the entrance to the air when you pay to go in there. There's a wall around it, and this is a gateway. So yeah, we're all through that. All right. Montana. I have to, Wyoming, Yellowstone. Oh, here's Yellowstone Falls from the overlook view from about where the one painting Forrest mentions in one of the things is. Oops. Oh, old girlfriend. It's in the file. I don't throw them out. That's Earthquake Lake. This is where the landslide blocked the river and created the lake. That's Yellowstone Canyon. You see the yellow rock. That's near Tower Falls. That's just above Yellowstone Falls. The water coming in to go over the top. This is at Tower Falls. That's the water comes around the rock here, goes around here, and then off the waterfall over the other side of that. There's one of the hot springs. It's the Cascade Falls. The Buffalo. That's when you go out the northeast and exit toward the Beartooth Mountains. You go past this one. 2006 to 2007. I think that's in Yellowstone. Yep, still Yellowstone. That's looking down the falls. That's the top of the Cascade. Phew. So that's a 45-degree slope. That's not flat. This is the flat up here, and that's going down. Woo, fast. It looks like it'd be a hell of a ride. They were big orange sheep. Bunch of sheep. And these were with regular film cameras. And, or no, they were digital, I think. Then, yeah. But some of my pictures are film, transferred to digital. That's Tower Falls, Yellowstone. We seen a moose there. It goes down that dark hole there. Yellowstone Falls. This is a 2006 camera took these pictures. Okay, I think we went through the Yellowstone. Okay, where else we go? Oh, you know where that place is? Okay. There's a Korean War memorial. Forrest didn't get shot down in Korean War. I don't know how much flying he did in Korean War versus Vietnam War. And Smithsonian. So here's, DC. And I think I erased a crane that was back in the background from the picture. That's one thing nice about Photoshop. You can take the ugly stuff out. There, see, there I am. There's the moon landing, Bruce. That's the what is it, the patent office or something like that. It's an antique building. My fifth great grandfather had a boat like that, a privateer. Here's Thomas Jefferson. There's the Washington Mall. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, we went all the way through. There's Lincoln. There's Abe. There's me and Abe. And the granite here was from Colorado. This granite came from Colorado. Or marble, whatever it is. Marble, I think it is. Yeah, this is stuff came from Colorado. Probably that too came from Colorado. Probably all the World War II memorial. This is like right after it opened. I think each of those stars represented 100 guys or something. Yeah, I don't care what you think of anybody politically, especially dead people. Oh, yeah, we're back there. Yeah, I made that one sometime between 2008 and 2016, No. Oh. And there's near Cody, Wyoming. This is just west of Cody. That's in the Buffalo Bill Museum. Chickens fighting. See, these are in the Buffalo Bill Museum. See, even you take a picture of a bronze, and it's hard to make some stuff out, some of the details. Those are a couple of buffaloes like running off the cliff. But all I get is a silhouette because the window behind them. That's a 3D picture, I think. That's when you come out of the mountains, and after you go past that, you're heading into Cody. It's just flat and plains. That's in the front of the museum. There's Buffalo Bill out there on the rock, and can't remember. See. This is a statue here. Can you make out what you can see his legs? It's a cowboy, and he must be bent over because you don't see his head. It makes sense of shapes, is what finding that. This is what it was. It was a horse, and this cowboy here. I wonder if Forrest probably knows who made this. See, there's stuff on it down here. There's a horse coming out there, and it's a lot like looking at my rocks. Come on, mouse, get on the button. There's Buffalo Bill. This is in the theater thing. They got a theater there in the back of the museum, and I guess they put see the screen on the right, and they put shows on in there. I was taking 3D pictures, so there are two cameras, and each had a different tint to them. Light got that painting. But you see, there's a bronze of the painting is done in a bronze right here in front of it. That had to be, somebody made a copy of it in bronze. The bear. See, there's horses. There's a pile of horses. Stampede. I don't know. That was Buffalo Bill's. Was his wife's restaurant. Restaurant his wife ran. Some were blurry, stupid camera. Some weren't. This is one of his collection rooms from I guess his house or whatever. There's wagons in there and the buffaloes and the restaurant. Okay, we went through all those. But yeah, I've been a bunch of places. Where are they? There. Here, see? And that's me, 1987, in between the World Trade Centers. You know anybody else that has a picture like that? I've never seen anybody else with a picture standing in between the World Trade Centers, looking straight up with them in it, and I'm the only one still standing anyhow. When it's all over, I'll be the only one standing. Yeah. So there's, yeah, I took this picture from the Empire State Building. That's Ellis Island with the sunset behind it. Whoop. There's the, of course, Niagara Falls. That's Niagara Falls. I guess I had a video in there. Oh, I've been to Niagara Falls many times. Many. There's a rainbow over Niagara Falls, and you see that's a video. It's playing. The rainbow comes up out of the falls. Bunch of videos. Okay, we're not going to play all the videos. There's, I think, flying into New York. That's New York City, I think. I'm flying into Newark. That's me in New York City in 1987. At Central Park. There's the World Trade Centers. New Jersey. Looking down from the Empire State. Look at all these pictures. I made a panorama. Just walking, going over to Canada. Like that. Picking up the statue, take it away. So, yeah, my storm has moved off now. The next one has not arrived yet. I can open my window. Oh, I got my stopper there so that nobody breaks in. There's a cardboard tube to stop the slide. Yeah, his memories are... It's his place that reminds him of his memories. All his memories are stored there. His fleet of memories can be found in his special place, written in stone. I'm so far ahead, it's more like the live unveiling of, Whoop. There's, you see my speaker up there. Unveiling where the what his trove. The trove is his collection of memories. His collection of memories. That's what he treasures. His memories. He treasures those memories. If you find that trove of memories, then it makes you. I don't know. It might make you the winner, but it. There's still the thought that it's out there. One of these things are pointing to it, and so you don't give up on that. Going, well, I've already won, but I still keep looking because that's a wishful thinking, and wishful thinking doesn't always happen. So you gotta, well, it's got to be. I just haven't found the right symbol yet, and it could be this Lewis and Clark are the right symbol. You're looking for Lewis and Clark, okay? Well, I was trying to find a Clovis point in the ribs of a mammoth, too. And I found that. That didn't turn out to be where the treasure was. I found the grapette bottle. It wasn't stuck down in there where there's barely room to fit the soda. If you can barely fit the soda in there, how are you going to fit your treasure in there? sweating. Can't wear the hat. Um. So, any new question? Hey, Bill, why won't the Brady Bunch let you on their show? You deserve to be for your idea. Yeah, they'll use my idea. One day they'll realize and use some of the ideas. Some of the others, like they did the show on the image on the pictures in the book. I've already found them all in nature, and they're going off the sketches in the book and stuff. And it's like, oh, I found all that stuff, and they didn't bring up on page 99 where it says, "I love art of America." It says it down in the rice paddies down below and stuff. There is micro stuff in there, and and they say, well, it could have been distorted into printing and blah blah blah. Well, any distortion in the printing is pretty much the same in all of the books. They're all pretty close to the same. There might be a few that are a little extra ink or David Cooper. Hey, DB Cooper, the Men Are So Smart did a show. They're on to you. They know you're DB Cooper. They're coming to get you. I met a guy in Concord. He told me he was DB Cooper, and he showed me he had 3 safes in the house. Yeah. Yeah, they haven't arrested him. The DB Cooper case is still open. Yeah, I told those guys a minute so smart. Why don't you go have some fun and rent go down to the Chevy dealer and take a test drive in one of them new Corvette Stingrays, Once it money up. What? Money for thought. Oh, they want the money. Those gypsies. Yeah, they want money for thoughts. But I'll sell posters of my artwork. Thanks. Yeah. Phew. I want to. I got a whole lot of too many pictures of New York. I meant to go out to my car and get my camera because there was a big badass rainbow in Alamosa yesterday, and I pulled off the road and took some pictures of it. And I mean, it only went up a little ways and went up into the cloud, but it was that one. That thing had to be a mile from one end to the bottom of it to the other. It was a huge, huge rainbow. And it was a big storm. It was only one end. The other end, there was no storm where the other end would have been. So I don't know why the other end of the rainbow wasn't there. It only had one end. No, both ends were right there, underground and up at the cloud. Those were the 2 ends. But all rainbows. If the poem leads to the end of his rainbow, start at the beginning of his rainbow. That is the clue. That you will find the beginning of his rainbow has a rainbow name. There's a rainbow name at the beginning of his rainbow. And that's it, It's where warm water halt. The beginning of the rainbow. Beginning of the rainbow where warm water's halt, that's when your mama gives birth to you. And that warm water goes, and you go out with it. That's when the warm water halts. Your hot tub days are over at that point. About his judgments and calling veterans with a disease and how he is. And he pretty much is, yeah. I mean, you don't go ignoring the guy that's closest to the treasure. And Forrest has told me that if he was still in the art business, he'd like to handle my art. That's an endorsement of my art. That's kind of tells me he knows what's in those pictures. He knows and, and he gets a laugh at the people that can't see it. He's going, oh my God, this guy's showing them everything, and these idiots can't see a thing. Forrest is laughing at them for being so blind in ignorance. Ignorance is blind. They don't know. They don't know. They can't see that they're ignorant. People want to believe their own stuff, but I have too many pieces of the puzzle. I have all the I got the whole deck of cards. There's 52 blazes. I don't know. I want to make a what I'll do. I'll that won't be hard to do. I'll scan the playing cards and I'll put one of my images like put the ace and the hearts on top of one and each I'll have a card for each image for each story I've found and I'll have a whole deck of cards of images from nature that are in his storybook. I found his stuff written in nature. It if there was an Akashic window in Akashic stone. It's an Akashic mountain, basically. All the stories are told in those mountains here, and they got some amazing stuff, right? And, and it tells me there's that if I can find that stuff here, I can. I'm seeing what the limits are, how far it goes out, and it does come down here, and it can go into these mountains, keep going into these mountains, and seeing the extent of it. I've got a couple of branches coming off of it and going this way and that way, more stuff. When I went up, if I went up higher in the hills, away from it, back further, there was less stuff up high, back this one direction, or I couldn't see what was in it. I couldn't determine anything was there. But the stuff along this route that they took when they crossed the mountains, everything along that is carved with their mammoths and all that they loved. And I'm sure while they were journeying over the mountain, they had camps along, and these terraces had to be covered with native homes and stuff. It was such a beautiful place, and why not live right there where you can get the fish right out of the creek, out of the rivers and the creeks and the lakes that are there? Why not? It was the Garden of Eden. It's known that the Garden of Eden was high in the mountains at the top of the world, where supposedly Enki or some previous guy created Adam and Eve there. you know. And I've got the guy sitting in a chair with women bringing him babies. Ain't that the creation right there, right? You know, it's possibly the Garden of Eden in Atlantis, and what everybody's been looking for. You know, it's very much it's tied in with the Bears. You hear Bears Ears National Monument, and the guy trying to get that, and they designated a bunch of land that didn't have to be part of the monument. They took a bunch away from it. And he's saying, there's some important areas. And it's because oil companies want to frack and all that. And so the area needs to be recognized before it's destroyed. And that ancient history from 13,000 years ago is gone because of stupidity and ignorance, like the crowd that criticizes me, that ignorant crowd that criticizes me. That's what when you don't listen to somebody and they're telling you the truth, they call that ignorance. It was Mark Twain said that, I got it on here though, about, about the newspapers. And let me see. Where's the one he said? Uh, Anyone who can only think of one way to spell a word obviously lacks imagination. That's my third cousin, 4 times removed, Mark Twain. When a man loves cats, I am his friend and comrade without further introduction. Okay. I'm looking for the one about the. I like this one. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Be good and you will be lonesome. That's what happens. Let's be thankful for the fools, but for them, the rest of us could not succeed. I love that one. Yeah. If it wasn't for their ignorance, I wouldn't be so far ahead. uh, if animals could speak, the dog would be a blundering, outspoken fellow, but the cat would have the rare grace of never saying a word too much. Yeah, and all you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. Then success is sure. Yeah, their ignorance. Yeah. You believe in a book that has talking animals, wizards, witches, demons, sticks turning into snakes, burning bushes, food falling from the sky, people walking on water, and all sorts of magical, absurd, and primitive stories, and you say that we are the ones that need help. Did it travel? Yeah. Oh, here it is. This is one I was originally looking for. If you read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the paper, you're misinformed. So if you're watching them, you're misinformed. And if you're not watching me, you're uninformed. Yeah. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. That's a good one, you know? And I have these on a, actually, I have them on a, I put them with a picture of Mark Twain because he's my cousin, you know? I can promote him a little bit. And so he's at the pool table. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination's out of focus. So it was something he was focusing on. That was a long. Okay, Jack. Well, I'm gonna let Jack out. It's a second video today. I done enough, and I could probably head over and do my exploring I was gonna do, because all the water's gone outside. What? 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 What do you want? Oh, yeah? Why do you go out? What's out there, Jack? What's out there? Okay. He's a funny dog. Oh, he was just standing up. Okay. Have a good one. See ya. He's making demands.